Does the appellate court have jurisdiction for your criminal case? Imagine winning your trial only to find out you might not be able to challenge the decision. That's why understanding if the appellate court has jurisdiction is so important. When you file an appeal, you want to be sure the higher court can actually hear your case. Appellate jurisdiction means the authority of a higher court to review decisions made by lower courts. In criminal cases, this means the appellate court can look at whether the law was applied correctly during your trial. Not all cases qualify for appeal, so knowing the rules is key. In the United States, there are two main types of appellate courts. Federal appellate courts, like the Circuit Courts of Appeals, handle cases involving federal laws or constitutional issues. State appellate courts, such as the Courts of Appeal in California, review cases that involve state laws. Whether your case falls under federal or state jurisdiction depends on the nature of the crime and the court where you were convicted. To determine if an appellate court has jurisdiction, certain criteria must be met. Usually, your case must have a final judgment or order from the lower court. This means the trial court's decision is complete and no further actions are pending. Also, the appeal must be based on legal errors made during the trial. For example, if the judge admitted evidence that should not have been allowed, that could be a valid reason to appeal. The type of case also matters. Federal appellate courts only hear cases involving federal crimes or constitutional issues. State courts handle cases involving violations of state laws. Sometimes, the law specifies whether an appeal is mandatory or discretionary. Mandatory appeals must be heard, while discretionary ones are at the court's discretion. From a criminal defense perspective, understanding jurisdiction helps decide whether an appeal is worth pursuing. If the appellate court lacks jurisdiction, your appeal could be dismissed outright. That's why reviewing the case details and laws carefully before filing is so important. In summary, whether an appellate court can hear your criminal case depends on if the case meets specific legal requirements. These include the type of case, the finality of the judgment, and whether legal errors are present. Knowing this helps you and your lawyer navigate the appeal process more effectively. It ensures you are taking the right steps to challenge a conviction if there are valid grounds.